Hello again, everybody. Not too much going on today, so we're going to have just a few brief, random points. Not much left to talk about from the con. So actually, I want to talk about some gaming issues. Specifically, how games kind of go extinct online fairly quickly. It's one of the most frustrating things about multiplayer games is that you get into a game, you want to play it, and there's nobody online to play that same game. I can play Super Mario Brothers all the time without any problems, but it's only a matter of time before people, give up on Street Fighter 4 to go to Super Street Fighter 4, then give up on that to go to Arcade Edition, and give up on that to go to Street Fighter X Tekken. Call of Duty has like a hugely popular multiplayer aspect, but it usually only lasts until the very next iteration. The exception being the Infinity Ward games. Everybody who seemed in my group to buy World at War and then Black Ops, in both cases went back to Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2. I guess they just like those series better. A lot of the games that I like to play, Puzzle Fighter, You Don't Know Jack, are always better when you have a true live opponent. It's best if you got somebody there live with you, but online is a perfectly viable solution for something like that. But those games usually only have a few months of true viability before they just are barren. You cannot find a match on those, on Mr. Driller or anything. Nobody just is playing anymore. Nobody's playing Catan or Carcassonne. So you're pretty much stuck with the one-player game. MMOs are another good example of this. Everybody plays WoW, they get really into it, and then something new comes out like Age of Conan or the DC Universe Online, and they play it for like a couple months, and then it's like, you know what, I'm gonna go back and play WoW. And so if you actually got invested in either of those other games, you're screwed because everybody you played with has just gone back to WoW. Once you see that first sort of server consolidation, you might as well just go ahead and assume that your game is done. But what games do you guys like to play that you've had the same sort of issue having trouble finding matches, that you'd like to see more activity in, that you'd like to probably actually be able to beat me at, because I'm not that good at most of these things? Put it in the comments, let me know what you're into, and see if we can find some online matchups. Halloween is coming up here next Monday, and seeing how I just came back from a convention, kind of got the cosplay thing on my mind. I've never gone to a con in costume, though many of the friends I've gone to conventions with have, especially back in the anime days. The anime cons seem to be a lot more cosplay friendly than just comic book cons. I'm not sure if it's the difference in the relative ages of the fandoms, if it's the better mix of male and female fans, but it seems like we're going to get a lot more cosplay activity at an anime show. My problem with cosplay isn't one of embarrassment. I don't have any problem dressing up as either Chip or Dale or any of the Rescue Rangers. Monterey Jack would be great. It's more an issue of accuracy. Obviously, I wear glasses, and I'm not going to put on contacts. I don't feel the desire to repeatedly jab myself in the eye. It's just a terrible concept in general to have a piece of plastic or glass or whatever it is floating on your eyeball. It's a bad idea. So, wearing glasses, my costume choices are fairly limited. There aren't a lot of characters who wear glasses. You've got your generic Clark Kent costume, and that's just plain lazy. You wear a suit, grease your hair, and you put your Superman shirt underneath. It's kind of lazy. Harry Potter, not really my thing. Once upon a time, I would have gone as Kyosuke from Rival Schools, but even then it would have been obscure, and nobody's going to get the reference now. So, if any of you guys cosplay, or if you want to have a costume that you really can't get into, let me know what you guys went for in the past, or what you'd like to try out in the future. Final note, back to fantasy football. I am now officially 6-1. I was fully prepared to lose to Brokaw this week, but Roethlisberger actually came in and essentially canceled out Aaron Rodgers. Darren McFadden went out early with an injury, so it made it a bit easier on me to come in and steal another win. I only have one more victory this season to make, you know, my season complete. I need to beat Alicia Hall. I've beaten everybody else in the league that I know personally. John and George and Jessica and Beach and Brokaw, and if you even want to count Jessica's brother Brian, you know, we haven't hung out much, but I've met him a couple of times. Alicia's the only one standing between me and total Haters Club domination. I don't know when I get to face Alicia. Should be pretty soon. But I know this week I've got a rematch with George. He has a solid team. Cam Newton hasn't been doing much for his team in real life, but he put up some good fantasy numbers. So, be an interesting match. But I already beat George once, and I think I can do it again. So, as a closing note for the IHC, you all can suck it. I am the champ. Later.